We need to come up with a better intro because last time it was kind of generic.
True. Why don't we just start it off there?
Yeah, I think so. I always like the YouTube videos where they show off behind the scenes stuff. You know, like
Yeah.
outtakes.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. Hello,
Yeah.
everybody. My name is Dylan Wilson,
I'm Ollie Gallett. Hello.
and welcome to Stories in G Minor podcast, episode 2.
That's something that I quite like.
Yeah, me too.
I personally don't like it when people say welcome back to episode whatever, because they're saying it's welcoming you back to that episode that has just started.
Yeah.
That's just something that has annoyed me.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess I'm in agreement there too, especially when it comes to like YouTube Let's Players, because you know, most likely you're just gonna binge it afterwards.
Yeah.
In a playlist. So whenever they're just like, "Hello, everybody, welcome back," when you just watched them previously, it's like, "Thanks, I never left."
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Actually, do you watch many Let's Players? I know you watch streamers, but Let's Players?
Well, I actually, I mostly watch YouTube rather than Twitch, although recently I started watching more Twitch.
Yeah.
Because, I found out that one of my favorite YouTubers is on, he started out as a YouTuber, then he moved to Twitch when he started gaming, and now he's also on YouTube with, just content in general, more edited content.
Yeah.
Dark Viper AU, by the way. Yeah, he...
Is that our first shout out?
Sure. No, not really. Not really. I mean, we did thank my brother in the last episode, and also I think we said a few bands.
I don't think we thanked him last episode, did we?
Well, I mean, I sent you a recording anyway.
I don't think so. Screw it. Let's thank him here.
Okay, well, thank you to my younger brother, Tristan. He designed our logo, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's designed that, and he's also designing a banner for us for YouTube.
I was also going to put down a links or a credits in the YouTube description or something on Instagram, definitely.
He doesn't have Instagram or any sort of social media, really.
Why is that, Oliver?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't until last year when I got Instagram, but I just don't know. Just never had any interest in it. I mean,
link to his Discord then?
I mean,
I don't know. Whatever he wants, we'll ask him later.
Yeah. I mean, last year I got Instagram, Snapchat, and Spotify.
Yeah.
3 things I just never had before. Never saw the need.
Yeah,
I still don't see the need for them, but they are useful.
Well, especially Instagram now.
Yeah.
It's probably where we're going to be most prevalent. I was also thinking maybe a Facebook. I'm kind of on and off about that. I'd have to take charge of that.
Yeah, I've never really used Facebook.
I do, but I don't really like it.
Yeah.
Twitter as well.
Yeah, could do that.
That would be more useful. But the thing is, I don't really like Twitter.
Fair enough. Yeah. Maybe we should ask someone to manage social media. That's someone
Off
that
camera,
we know.
Yeah. We were talking about hypotheticals about getting staff or editors.
Yeah. Eventually.
Not
yet.
That'd be pretty cool, though.
Well, I think we'd actually be more prevalent here than on anywhere else, because this is where we're recording, on this Discord server.
Yeah. I'd also see YouTube doing fairly well.
Yeah, that's true.
If we promote ourselves properly, anyway.
Of course. I'm also thinking maybe we should make some sort of deal with Bradley. He's got over 100 followers on Twitch, so I mean,
I talked to him about starting a Twitch, because I know little to nothing about it, and I've wanted to for a while now.
Yeah, definitely ask him about it. Yeah. I mean, streaming's generally better with an NVIDIA graphics card just because of embark.
Yeah.
Mm.
When next time I upgrade my PC, I think I'll definitely do a NVIDIA upgrade because I know more about that in general.
Yeah.
The only reason I went with Radeon because it was cheaper.
Fair enough. Same with me, and it had about the same performance at that time as I knew. We both have RX 580s in our computers, and when I bought mine in 2019, the 16 series had just come out from NVIDIA, and I think I saw some reviews that were saying that they were about the same in performance.
They are the ones we have are a little bit better.
Yeah,
but it's not like a 1080 Ti.
No,
it's like a little bit under, but still pretty good though,
and cheaper. Or at least at the time. Now, who knows with chip shortages?
Good point. Yeah. YouTuber I follow, Kedicarus.
Not a. Yeah.
Sorry, you were gonna say something?
I've not heard of them.
No, he's just a single guy. Just does videos on video games.
Oh yeah.
His PC's shut down.
Oh.
Yeah, and he made I don't know how long it was. I don't remember. Like half an hour long video about his conundrum on building a new PC from scratch.
I mean, it's a fun thing to do.
Not for him, it wasn't. I'll send you a link to the video later, but
yeah,
dude, I couldn't imagine that. That looked like hell and very expensive too. Like it's a high tier gaming PC.
Oh, I mean, just building a computer in general I find it kind of fun.
I think it's like I it might be like $5,000, $10, $5,000, $10,000 PC. Like I'm not kidding. It was expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guy, but I'm glad he's making content again.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, that's insane. That spending that much on a PC.
I mean, that's nothing compared to something from Linus Media Group, Linus Tech Tips. They went out of their way to build the most expensive computer they could.
How did budget for that work? Where did they get the money?
I think it was sponsored by a whole lot of people, that video.
Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I mean, it also doesn't. I think you can spend upwards of 50,000 Australian at least on a Mac Pro.
Well, that's Apple, and that's a discussion for another time.
True.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's been going on with you?
Not much. Not much.
Gaming?
Yeah, I've played a bit of, mostly GTA.
GTA 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you go first.
I started playing San Andreas.
I was going to ask you about that. How is it?
Still learning the map. I've only played it about how long have I got in game? Let's check. 18 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I had to go do something.
What are the controls like?
They're a bit goofy sometimes. I mean, I'm not sure if it's a problem with just me, but I have to pause it once, then go back out, then pause it again if I want to be able to control the camera with the mouse.
I am like that. Not. It depends from game to game. Sometimes I'll be okay, sometimes not. When it comes to controls, when it comes to graphics, I could be there in hours in total. To be honest, I am such a graphics snob, especially now since we. You said you upgraded your PC in 2019, right?
Well, no, I got a PC in 2019. From a friend who worked then in an IT section, and it was a decommissioned PC with a I forget what it's called, the CPU, but in some Intel CPUs, low grade server CPU or workstation. The HP Z420. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I upgraded the graphics card from an NVIDIA Quadro K2000 to a Radeon RX 580, specifically the Asus dual overclocked version.
Right.
Yeah. And then last year, I upgraded again to get a Ryzen 5 3600 and 32 gig of memory.
Nice one.
Yeah.
But the point. The point I was trying to make was I've been playing a game called Abe's. Actually, no, it's not. It's a Oddworld Soulstorm.
Oh yeah.
And games on next gen, PS5 specifically. I can run it at 100 frames a second.
Nice.
And we're not. You could probably run it too. It's
yeah.
Neither of us are on high end PCs. And
well, no, not high end, but pretty good for the price.
Decent. Yeah, decent. And we can get the game running that high a frame rate. Like, put in perspective, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been playing GTA 5.
Yeah.
Online?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
I mostly play online because, well, I get to do it with friends, yeah. Although I am a bit of a solo player.
Yeah. That's something to talk about too. Because
yeah.
Off screen as well, we were talking about starting I guess what would you call it? Like a second YouTube channel? It would be a YouTube channel, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Yeah, gaming in G minor.
Yeah.
That is weirdly catchy though. I like that.
It is. Yeah, I like it too.
But yeah, we were talking about what games we should play. GTA 5 would definitely be up there.
Portal 2.
Yeah, that would probably be the first one since we both have it. Yeah.
The Lego games, as you were saying. Yeah. Using local online.
Yeah. Gotta love Steam.
Yeah. For all the flaws that it may have, it's definitely got that going for it.
Actually, what beefs do you have with Steam?
I
don't have many, to be honest.
No, nor do I, but there are definitely some things that, I mean, from in the back end of Steam, so things like how you have to pay for your game to go up there is a bit annoying.
Sure.
Even if it's a free game, and unless you're specific developers, I think get a 30% cuts that goes to Steam.
Okay.
Whereas other places it's less.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I just like Steam because it's convenient. That's it.
I mean, yeah, that's the idea. that's Gabe Newell has actually said that. Oh, is it Gabe and Newell? I don't know.
It's Gabe Newell. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Anyway, he said that the way to beat pirates isn't to stop the pirating websites, it's to make your thing more convenient.
Yeah.
Steam
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I mean, piracy is a problem.
For sure.
In many ways, but I mean,
I feel it's worse with gaming in comparison to something like TV and movie streaming.
Yeah, especially
because,
since you can get them. You can get them for free. TVs and movies, TV shows and movie. If you just wait for them to come out on TV.
Yeah, well, there's that too. Yeah,
I mean,
but I meant more so. In terms of profit, it's hurting TV and movie businesses a lot less than it is gaming companies, especially since you got to think about the employees and how much they get paid. The amount of people working on it is getting more and more costly and expensive, and the crunch, dude, it's been bad since the 2000s. Actually, even late 90s. It's always been bullshit.
Yeah,
it's just more and more people are speaking about it now more than ever.
And then there's something that you have a vested interest in: music. Well, we both do, but you more so.
Oh my god.
I mean, I guess Spotify would probably be quite useful in that regard.
Oh, it is. Yeah, but oh my god, just look up the legal battle between Taylor Swift and her record label company.
Oh wait, is it Taylor Swift and
it's Taylor Swift?
Yeah, someone else. I remember seeing a few videos about someone being sued for copyright infringements, even though the people that were suing for copyright, it could, by their standards, they were infringing on copyright in the same song.
What is this? It sounds.
I think
there's a couple of cases like that.
Made a video on it. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. Oh no, sorry, it was Katy Perry and Flame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really? Wait, what was that about?
I mean, the thumbnail says you can't own the minor scale.
We're getting to that level. You can't copyright scales or chord progressions.
Yes.
I mean, sure, with melodies, you can afford to. I understand why.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, a song's got to have its own identity, but fair enough. But
there's the link if you're interested.
Thank you very much. I'm very interested now.
I think it came out a while ago. When was it actually?
Yeah,
a year ago.
That's ludicrous. Jesus.
It is.
What isn't ludicrous, though? You've probably heard of this. Everybody's heard of this. The Vanilla Ice and Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
about. Ice, I know.
Yeah.
And
gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yeah. I mean,
seriously though, what a douche.
Yeah.
What was he expecting to happen? Like, bruh.
I know, right? It's such a catchy riff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so memorable.
You know what the funny thing is, though, right? I didn't know about Under Pressure until I knew about that lawsuit.
I didn't know about Under Pressure until after I had heard Ice Ice Baby, or at least the riff. I knew of the riff at least. And one time when we were in the car. My mum had the radio on 104.3, and it had Under Pressure came on, and I said that they had copied it, even though it had been the other way around.
Ah,
Basically.
that's funny.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I love when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's just how similar they are.
Similar. They're the same riff, dude. Like,
yeah.
What was his defense again? It was like
they
added one note,
and it goes a different way at the end of the second part of time.
God.
Or something like that. Yeah. Completely.
But yeah, the music industry is filled with bullshit like that.
Yeah.
It's such a mess. And honestly, it's really just it's a numbers game, and it's about people And it's like,
yep. A lot to do with who you know.
Yeah. It's about you and people getting your name out there, touring yourself out.
Yeah.
As I like to say, like as crude as that is, it's accurate. Yeah. It's absolutely accurate.
It is.
You know what? I'm gonna do it right now because why not?
Yeah, why not?
All right. There's a band. I don't know what you would call them. They're like fusion. They genre hop a lot. Like they go from metal, heavy metal to jazz, pop. I don't know, whatever they feel like that morning.
Fair enough.
They're called 12-Foot Ninja.
Oh yeah.
Right now, I'm getting singing lessons from the singer of that band.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, his name is Kin Etik.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure his real name is Nick, but Kin is Nick backwards. Yeah, I didn't realize that until like I don't know, quite a few months back. But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of interesting because I didn't really know who he was. My uncle knew of him. Actually, it was because of him we got introduced.
Huh.
Ever since, I've been taking lessons from him, and thank God, because I've increased as a vocalist tenfold.
Yeah, that's good.
Very.
Yeah.
But it's also because of him I found out a lot of stuff. It's because of him I've gotten more in depth with how I write my music, how I mix my music.
Yeah.
Actually, no shit. A couple lessons back, we just spent the lesson talking about like plugins and microphones and mixing.
Nice.
It gets really nerdy real fast, but
yeah.
You gotta love the flexibility. He's a smart dude.
Yeah.
And a great teacher.
Yeah.
If he's okay with it, I'd probably like to leave links or something. I've definitely suggested him to multiple people, and I've also brought up the fact we do know each other.
Try.
Yeah.
Probably see if we could get him on sometime.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
He's got his own podcast too, which is kind of funny.
Oh, nice.
Maybe I could get myself on there. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, it's those kind of relationships that are valued in the music industry. And I brought up this last time. Currently studied, about to leave soon. But yeah, I did my time at Melbourne Polytechnic. And I met a lot of valuable people there, especially this guy named Carlo. He's a great guy.
Oh,
and yeah, he's actually got like a full out studio.
Nice.
Yeah, I hope to catch up with him at some point.
Yeah.
Because COVID being COVID. Oh my god, that's something else to talk about. COVID. Uh, actually, how's COVID been treating you?
Honestly, not too badly. I have. I mean, I've not gotten it. um,
Yeah.
and my all of what I can do was transferred online really easily.
Okay.
Except, well, the hardest thing would probably have been anything to do with music, especially since I did group last year.
It's one of the biggest reasons I'm deciding to quit.
Mm.
It's unbearable online. Um,
Mm.
I mean, I had other reasons too, but
Yeah.
it's undoable online. I don't know
Mm.
why they even bother.
Mm.
Especially because all the shit we do, it takes up so much space really quickly.
Yeah.
And they got us having multiple DAWs. Actually, it's because of them. I own a copy of Ableton Live.
Nice.
Uh, and that's also another discussion.
You don't. You simultaneously like and hate the software.
It's complicated to say the least.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at this though. It's decent software.
Yeah.
It's flexible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use it to finalize, mix, or master my compositions.
Fair enough.
As I find it a bit clunky in that regard, but
Well,
Ableton. It's got its
if
fans.
if you know how to, if you can learn to use it better, would you?
No.
Fair enough.
I've actually told you about this too. I want to invest in a copy of Reaper
Yeah.
because that's really good for that.
Yeah.
Although my DAW of choice at the moment is Studio One
Okay.
because I got a copy of that with a PreSonus interface. It's a great DAW. I love it to bits. It's got a couple of faults. It's not perfect, but I think that and Logic,
Yeah.
Reaper,
Yeah.
are some of the best DAWs right now.
Mm.
There's a reason I'm not saying anything about Pro Tools.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, it's not a bad DAW, but it's clunky in its own ways.
Yeah.
It's
Everything
definitely. Sorry, you go first.
Everything is. I mean,
Yeah,
nothing's perfect.
definitely.
And I mean, the 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 door that I have most experience in and probably would use most would probably be GarageBand. Just showing how little I do in mastering.
Dude,
That,
GarageBand is underrated as hell.
well, that's good.
Yeah, because you can do a lot. It's basically just Logic Lite, you know.
Yeah.
And Logic, I put that up there again with Studio One. You know, it's a great flexible DAW, and it's especially good too because Logic comes with a lot of features.
Yeah.
Actually, that's another thing with Studio One too. That because with Studio One, there's a lot of external VSTs, not like a third party VSTs. With Logic, everything it has is built in house. And a lot of it's really good. It has some of my favorite EQs and compressors I've ever used. Honestly, it's the only reason I miss using a Mac.
Fair enough.
I'm dead serious, dude. They've got some really good shit.
I also liked iMovie on Mac. I'm going to be honest there. iMovie is great. as a basic video editing software.
Yeah, I've done shit on iMovie. Although eventually I did move over to a Final Cut Pro.
Yeah. I did for a time, but I used Logic for a time, but yeah, then
to be fair, a lot of that stuff is kind of just jumping into the deep end too. It's like jumping into the deep end with like a ball, like a ball and chain just wrapped to your feet. It's a lot to wrap
and
your
not
head
knowing how
around
to
initially.
swim. Yeah.
Say that again.
And not knowing how to swim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point is, shit's hard.
Yep.
It's definitely hard if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I didn't convert over to Logic for a while.
Unlike with something like Sibelius. That's just bad to begin with. I mean, it has useful things, but it's bad to begin with.
Well, actually, I've heard just Sibelius is clunky to use anyway in general. Like
it is.
It has a bad UI.
The UI, it could have been so much. Could have been so good. But it just wasn't.
MuseScore is a good piece of software.
I think that, yeah.
I actually follow one of the creators of it. Sorry, not creators. But he's working with them right now.
And Tantracool or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's him. I like his stuff. It's good.
I like his video on Sibelius.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very entertaining.
Yeah.
Very educational because I'd never touched it before, but even though I've never touched it, I understand almost everything about it.
Yeah.
And it helps that I did have prior knowledge with MuseScore too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good YouTuber.
Yeah. We should probably have the videos that we're talking about in the description. Stuff like that.
People are smart. They can find shit themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about you, but personally, I don't really like linking stuff unless it's personally integrated into my workflow. You know.
Fair enough.
Especially on Instagram.
Yeah, fair enough. Instagram just doesn't work well for links.
Here's the thing, though. Links, no, but when it comes to tagging people, it's brilliant.
Oh yeah, tagging people, good, but linking things, you have to type out the link.
I've copied and pasted, but even then, it becomes a hassle to get the link working.
I mean, you have to type it out from if you find the link on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's why bios are there.
True.
But even then, that's kind of a shitty workaround.
Yeah. And even then, it doesn't always work.
I guess that's where Twitter is better in that regard.
True.
Yeah, definitely.
And probably also Facebook.
Facebook is Facebook. We do not talk about Facebook.
You make a fair point.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't really like Facebook.
Mm.
It's just ads. Ads and outdated UIs and spam.
Yeah.
Although Messenger is decent, I'll admit. I like Messenger.
Haven't really used it. As in only the Messenger on Insta.
Honestly, it's decent, especially if you want to talk to, it's a good private messaging service.
Yeah.
Like, it's truly, truly private. It's not like Instagram or, I guess Twitter also, where it's like social media plus PM. It's exclusively PM, like Snapchat.
Okay. Yeah. Although with Snapchat, you can also make stories, so maybe WhatsApp?
That's the only thing Snapchat has, though, really. Like, I find Snapchat to be a bit of a strange phenomenon.
Yeah. I mean, it is useful.
It is useful, absolutely. I use it every day. But I do not use it to promote anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really strange.
I mean, there's only one or two people that I actually communicate with often on Snapchat.
Yeah, me included. I mean, we used to anyway.
Yeah.
We just use Instagram now.
Yeah. Or Discord.
And Discord. Ooh, I love Discord. I missed it so much.
Discord is great.
Discord is fantastic.
It is.
And we've got links in the description. And if you're on Instagram, you can find the Discord link through there.
Yeah.
We'll also have the link to Instagram in the description as well.
Yes.
And whatever else we have, maybe we'll do a Facebook for the shits and giggles. Maybe.
Definitely. Well, also to the Spotify.
Spotify, definitely. Yeah.
and the link on Spotify also to the YouTube.
Yeah, whatever services.
Yeah.
What else we decide to use.
Yeah, because there are two others that our the thing that we use can upload to and does automatically.
Well, we might use. We haven't decided yet.
Oh,
We will soon.
It automatically uses them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess.
It is. Huh.
Yeah.
Another thing we were going to talk about off screen. I mean, we have already, but we haven't concretely decided yet as of recording. I was gonna subscribe to DistroKid, a music publishing service, music and podcast publishing service. They upload automatically to, pretty much everything, YouTube included. YouTube, Spotify, Apple, was it Weezer or something? iHeartRadio.
Oh yeah.
Literally everything. And at max you can go like to $50 a month if you go for like the cheapest service.
Oh.
Sorry, not a month. $50 a year.
Oh. Okay. That's really good.
We're not sponsored, by the way, obviously, but
yeah.
Just hearing that's good. That's good.
That is, yeah.
Although the thing about it, though, in America, this is America. I don't know if Australia has it. Where Australia located. I don't know if in Australia we get tax. If we get tax deductions. That's something that happens over there.
You do get tax deductions.
I mean, we do. In terms of like buying stuff overseas, I'm talking about with DistroKid, because I've heard of that happening. People get withheld from how much they're supposed to get paid because DistroKid are holding it for some reason.
I mean, it probably would. The subscription would probably be a tax deduction.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't know if that's applicable to us.
Yeah, I'd have to contact one of my friends again.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know more about that stuff than me.
Well, actually, that's another interesting conversation in general, just distribution programs.
Yeah, I signed us up for an RSS feed, which will upload to some 5 different places. Well, it can.
I'm talking specifically about more music distribution, though.
Yeah.
You have a lot more to contend with, especially in terms of copyright and.
This place uploads to Podcast
RSS?
Index. Yeah, the RSS one. It goes to Podcast Index and Listen Notes, but optionally we can do Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Obviously, we're doing Spotify.
Yeah.
Still talking about whether we should do Apple and Google, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it wouldn't hurt to. But
we never say never. It's just about finance.
I mean, it's a free service, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't we?
I don't know. Let's do it.
Sure, okay. Why not? Yeah. The more the merrier.
But we can't do it until we have uploaded anything.
I mean, yeah. Whatever happens, happens. I mean,
yeah.
I don't. Okay. Just for a little BTS reference, we haven't at the time of this recording, we haven't uploaded the first episode yet.
Yeah.
But we have created Instagram and YouTube for it.
Yes.
And Spotify. Is it Spotify? Yes. And Spotify. Yeah. But the point is, we're recording relatively close to each other.
Wow. A week apart.
So. That's pretty good. And I still don't even know what we're going to be scheduling this yet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking we'll do it fortnightly.
Fortnightly would work, yeah.
Yeah, realistically, fortnightly would work for both of us, at least.
That would. I mean, weekly would even work for both of us at the moment, I'd say.
Not right now, but in the future.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I mean, we're fairly flexible.
Yeah.
And hey, let's hope that it's good people who are watching us and are not like a toxic comment section on a YouTube video,
Yeah.
where it's just like, where's the next upload? You haven't been here in 50 years.
And it's been something like 15 minutes. Yeah. I mean, it's good to have some concern, but
nothing
over
consistency is important.
Yeah, consistency. I like to be consistent with things.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, being a musician, consistency.
Yeah.
And a drummer.
Yeah,
consistency is top priority.
Bassist.
Yeah, true. Actually, with a lot of tracks.
Yeah.
You would be surprised how sloppy the bass playing is isolated.
Okay.
It's very interesting.
That is, yeah.
I'm trying to remember what it was. Okay, band I listened to, Dream Theater. An album, Octavarium.
Nah.
They released isolated stems for a song called Panic Attack.
Oh, yeah.
And I listened to the bass. It was surprisingly sloppy. And I don't mean to insult John Mayung. He's a brilliant bass player. I love his shit. Distance Over Time. Some of the best playing I've heard from him in a while. It's great stuff and great tones. But anyway, Panic Attack, the isolated stems. I was surprised how sloppy it sounded. Like it's good though, because it means it wasn't quantized to a grid or anything.
Yeah.
I've also heard another example, Lamb of God stems. Forget which album it was. I think it was Sacrament or something. But bass play, it sounded like MIDI, dude.
Yeah.
It straight up sounded like it was programmed. It was that edited. It sounded horrible on its own.
Yeah.
With Panic Attack, at least it sounded like a human was playing it.
Yeah.
And it's those kind of nuances that are getting lost as time goes on, I find.
Yeah, definitely.
As much as I love MIDI bass, I don't know. I'm half considering getting new strings and playing it myself, because why not?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Not everybody does that anymore.
Why not? Yeah.
Well, because it's convenient, it stays in tune.
True.
I mean, that's its whole argument thing. Because don't even get me started on MIDI drums. I love MIDI drums for writing. It is godly convenient. I used to be like, no, MIDI drums are Satan, blah.
MIDI strings. They're often, I mean, they're often not that great, especially on Sibelius. And
there's some good MIDI strings though.
There are.
Spitfire is phenomenal.
There was one I heard about last year, which was
actually Logic has some good string samples as well. Like I just defaulted to those a lot, and they sound beautiful, honestly.
Yeah, I mean it's also annoying if you can't turn off the vibrato. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, vibrato is very nice, and it has it is used often. But it's
dude,
not
there's
used.
vibrato VSTs. That can just add it on after the fact.
Yeah. It has its time. It has its place.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, yes, string players, being one myself, we often put vibrato on a note. Almost always, but it's always a lot more subtle than in MIDI.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's humanity in it. There's fingers being played on the fretboard, and you're going to be plucking it. You're going to be bowing it yourself. In the case of guitar players, you're going to be picking it.
Actually, with plucking, you would often use vibrato to make it the note go for longer.
There you go. There you go.
Not all, you wouldn't always, but
not always, but and that's another example of like humanity in playing, because then you're just adding choices and contour.
Yeah.
Where there otherwise wouldn't be.
I'll admit MIDI is very useful when composing, though.
It is for writing, absolutely. I would not be where I am without programming MIDI. The album I'm working on right now, MIDI drums and MIDI bass. I would forget a lot of crap if I didn't have MIDI bass, because I can just listen to it and look at it and be like, so that's what I did.
Yeah.
Because I've never known how to describe this, but I'm very literal as a composer. I like to have everything coincide with each other, almost, I don't want to say perfectly, but very, how would you describe it? Like musically, very. Okay, let me give an example. The bass drum and maybe some guitar parts, right? I listen to a bit of gent, right, and that's influenced my writing. What I do is like I like a lot of the time for a guitar part to coincide with the kick drum a lot.
Yeah.
So it sounds cohesive and it sounds very tight and compact.
That makes sense.
Yes. And on that same note, same thing with like accenting, crashes and rides. I like say there's a little lick at the end of a riff. I like the drums to play along to that as if it was a real drummer. And not only that, too, because a lot of people do that. They program a lot of fills. I also like to go from drum order. So, for example, say the lick is going down. I will program the toms, or actually sometimes even the crashes, to go from left to right, specifically because that's how it's going. In terms of the acoustic spacing.
Fair enough.
I could go on all day about that, but that's kind of the sort of thing I mean. It's just I like to be that kind of literal about when it comes to writing and programming and composing.
Yeah, definitely. I understand that. I like to be literal with things in life as well. Generally.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's very helpful when you have the dialect. And you know what the hell you're talking about.
Definitely.
I mean, shit. How many people have we lost already? Talking about.
I'm not sure. I mean,
undeniably, what we're doing is incredibly niche.
It is. It's also incredibly nerdy.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why we love it.
We love what we do, and especially when it comes to music. With the humanity in it, if we take it away, what's the point? It's a reason I don't like pop. It's a reason I don't like a lot of country, rap. What was it? Christian rock. A lot of it's just sanitized and sad. Robotic and sterile.
I mean,
I need that human element,
I'm not the biggest fan of rap or country for the most part.
I mean, to be fair, early rap. Some of it's good. Some of it's good. I like a little bit of early Eminem.
I don't really listen to it, so
fair enough. I mean, it's not
generally stick to what I like.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm definitely a lot of the same way, especially when I'm traveling.
Although this could change with something that we've thought of, a bit of a section that I scripted just before we started recording. Well, a few hours before, where we give each other a song that we recommend that the other person will listen to during the next week, and then say their thoughts when they come in the next episode. Do you want to start?
Good segment, my dude. Good segue. Good segue. That was seamless.
It was, yeah.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Okay. I do have a couple of suggestions. But
we should probably limit ourselves to one a week.
Yeah, it's gonna be one, but I'm gonna suggest it based off this question. How good is your attention span?
Well, I think I have actually a fairly good attention span.
You like classical, so I'd assume you like longer pieces.
Some, yeah.
Okay, I'm curious about this one, most definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to recommend you this Dream Theater track. Actually, these two Dream Theater tracks, because the way they're best listened to, it's like immediately after.
Fair enough. Yeah. Just send me the link to it on our direct.
I will later. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the tracks are In the Presence of Enemies. Wow. In the Presence of Enemies, Part 1 and 2.
Okay. Who are they by?
Dream Theater again.
Okay.
I think that's some of their best work, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The mix is mostly solid. It has a very almost. It's the perfect fusion between like classic metal, like a classic metal and classic prog rock.
Okay.
With also a good bit of, modern aggressiveness in there too.
Yeah.
Especially later on in the second track.
Yeah.
A lot of good attention to details.
That's always important. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's mixed very well. I like the lyrics a bit.
That's good.
I think what else. Yeah, it's just a generally great track that I recommend.
Yeah. Well, my recommendation, you can probably guess who it's by. It is Unnatural by Red Sun Rising. And there's the link. It has a very nice riff at the start. The opening guitar riff. I don't know why I like it so much. I really like it. I'm not
good
sure.
Riff's a good riff. You can't beat that.
Yeah. I think it might be done on acoustic as well.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
And then it sort of moves into more of a metal song.
My boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
At least that's the way I think it is.
You know what? I'm curious, actually.
Yeah.
About a relatively unknown band called Nickelback.
Yes.
You heard any of their stuff?
No, I haven't.
You know what? I don't hate them.
Okay.
I have things I definitely don't like about them, but I don't hate them, or at least I don't hate them anymore.
Fair enough.
They've got some genuinely strong tracks.
That's good.
The band as a unit is fairly tight. I've seen them play live. It's fucking great, honestly.
Yeah.
The mixes are generally pretty solid if, sterile, as we mentioned earlier. But
yeah.
They have some generally good tracks.
Yeah.
A bit underrated. I could share them with you later.
Yeah, definitely.
I was a bit curious if you had any thoughts on them as a idea or a, just thoughts on their music. Anything?
I don't. I've never listened to them. At least I don't think I have. I've heard heard some of the memes about them, but heard about some of the memes about them.
Look at this graph.
But no, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing else really. No.
Yeah, I'm curious. Give them a listen because
yeah, I will.
Hearing Red Sun Rising, I might have mentioned this last episode, but they gave me heavy Ozzy Osbourne vibes.
Yeah, you did.
But also because just generally heavier rock
Yeah.
I'm curious if you'd like them to go back.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, there's a line that I have heard from the streamer I was talking about earlier, Dark Viper AU.
Yeah.
Who said, when asked by the chat what type of music he likes, he replied in quite a good way, I think.
Sure.
He said he likes a genre called good music, which is decided by him.
Classy.
And I think the same sort of thing with me.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty eloquently put. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really necessarily like any specific genre.
Sure, fair enough. Yeah. I mean,
Or band. I like songs. Although I have recently started listening to. I mean, I do like pretty much all of what I've heard of Red Sun Rising, and also Bee Cake, which I think I mentioned in the last episode.
I'm not sure. That doesn't ring a bell.
The Scottish band with one of the actors of Lord of the Rings in it.
You've brought that up to me off camera. I don't think you have in the podcast.
Oh well. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Which links into what we did on Monday as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lord of the Rings, right.
Yeah.
The towers in the background of your thing.
Yeah. The two towers.
Yeah. Gotta say, liked it a lot more than the first movie.
Oh.
To be fair, I am kind of just a slut for, action in movies.
Fair enough.
Not to say the first movie didn't have it.
Yeah.
Far from it. Actually had some very good action pieces. I still remember the fight specifically on with the wasn't an orc.
Balrog, maybe, or
the big guy. The one in the
Sauron.
Sauron. Yeah. Okay, that sounds about right.
With the big spiky helmet right at the start.
No, I wasn't thinking about one, but that one was pretty good too.
Which king of Angmar?
No. It was. I was thinking of I do not know how to describe him. He's like a giant cyclops-looking thing. It was the one where Frodo
the cave troll.
Cave troll, that's it. Yeah.
That's
cave troll. That was a great fight. I really like the cinematography of that one.
Yeah. And with the way that Frodo was stabbed.
You call him Frodo?
Frodo.
You call him Frodo?
No, I think I said Frodo.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Frodo.
Yeah. And I mean, in the book, Aragorn does say if hobbits were known to have that tougher fur, that tougher skin, then they would be hunted for sport.
Makes sense. Yeah. I believe that.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the twin. Oh my god.
The two towers.
The two towers, not the twin towers. The two towers in the two towers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that final set piece. The whole war.
Yeah.
That was entertaining.
Which one? The Battle of Helm's Deep or at Isengard?
Isengard. That was the second one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Isengard was brilliant. I love that.
Yeah.
Just everything about it. Especially because I don't watch a lot of war movies either. The only other one I've seen, like in terms of that specifically, is 300. The first 300.
Yeah. Well, would it surprise you to know that the Two Towers won fewer Oscars than the Fellowship of the Ring?
Not really. I could. I mean, I don't agree necessarily, but I could understand, especially if there is a wait, between the two movies. There could be that feeling of, is the magic gone? You know,
I
although
mean,
I
it
don't,
all
because we binged it,
mm,
essentially. Because
extended edition.
there's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting the whole package relatively quickly. I'm
I mean,
enjoying my time with it, especially as it goes on. It's so captivating. It's investing. I really love it.
In all honesty, I'm somewhat jealous that you're watching it for the first time. Just because I've seen it so many times, I can almost in many scenes I can almost say what the characters are saying as they say
word
it.
for word, yeah.
Yeah, word for word, exactly.
I don't really do that anymore. Like, just watch the same thing over and over.
I mean, they're just masterpieces, especially the score.
Yeah.
How
I
would
mean,
you?
to be fair, no offense, I'm not really. The score isn't the first thing coming to my mind when I
Fair
watch the movies. It's
no, that,
and to be fair, there's a lot to digest in those movies.
oh yeah,
So, and especially on a spectacle of on a graphical,
yeah. I mean,
in
some of
terms
the
of BTS, in terms of how the movie was made. There's so much to absorb, and especially for the time,
yeah,
especially for when they were made, they're impressive films.
yeah. I need to lend you the appendices from them so you can watch all of the appendices of the Lord of the Rings
Please
because
do.
it's amazing what they did. I mean, the special effects more or less hold up today. And this was
Mostly,
yeah,
yeah. Some
this
of
was
it's a little dodge, but that's
yeah.
kind of to be a given.
I mean, it was the first one came out 20 years ago.
I mean, that's why especially I'm more impressed with Two Towers actually, especially with that ending war sequence.
Mm. Oh yeah.
There's never been a moment there where I was just like, this looks like shit.
No.
All of it holds up, and I
Yeah.
get lost in it, and I
Yeah.
genuinely am invested in the characters. You know,
Oh,
despite how I acted, sometimes during the
Tolkien was a genius.
for certain. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get why you like them so much.
Yeah.
At the same token, though, I am glad I waited.
Yes.
I am so glad I waited because if I
Yes.
watched this when I was younger, actually,
Yeah.
I tried to watch it when I was younger. I got bored shitless throughout the first hour of the
Fair
first
enough.
movie.
I mean, yeah, most of it happens a lot happens toward the end,
Yeah,
less toward the start.
hell,
But
a lot's happening now. At the midpoint.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the different stories, at the end of the book, each movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all captivating stuff.
It is.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Like, I mean, that probably goes
Definitely.
without saying. Somebody's probably told you about it anyway.
Yes.
Actually, shit. Here's a good one. Ollie,
Mm.
I know you're not into horror much,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's true.
a classic horror film I'd recommend, and I have recommended to several people over the years.
Mm.
The Thing, 1982.
I've heard about it. I haven't heard much though.
Directed by John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Masterpiece film, still holds up incredibly today. It's not
Okay.
a jump scare heavy movie. It's mostly
That's good.
about building the tension.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
very raw movie.
Mm.
It holds up better than Alien 1, in my opinion. It's
Oh yeah.
still a scary movie. It hits me in a place that no other horror film has in years. I
Mm.
love it to bits. It's such a great. And a lot of it holds up too. Like
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, there's still a little bit of iffiness in terms of the
Yeah.
CG, but
Yeah.
you could ignore it. Most of it's practical.
Yeah. Same thing with Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings.
yeah, we should watch that together. That'd be great.
Yeah. Should also once we've finished Lord of the Rings though, which will probably be in the next
Princess
episode.
Bride. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
I wanted to
Princess
watch
Bride.
that too because
Yeah. Oh, it is a funny movie. And
yeah,
probably has the best sword fight that I've heard of. The best sword fight I've seen.
Cool. I can't. Yeah, I need to see that.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to for years as well because I brought up A Nightmare Before Christmas last episode.
Mm.
The actor of Jack Skellington, Chris Sarandon, I'm
Mm.
pretty sure he's also in Princess Bride. And I know this because I've seen several interviews,
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that's always brought up. uh, Almost to the point where I think he's sick of it, honestly.
Mm.
Uh, God, I'd hate to be there as an artist, where it's just like being known for one thing and one thing only. Man,
Yeah.
it's got to be limiting. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, my mum was just trying to talk to me. I'm not sure what she was saying.
How in terms of like setup, like how is it with you? Because I usually just tell my parents that I'm recording beforehand, and even if I don't, they know I am anyway because they can hear me.
I mean, my parents should be able to. I've not told them, but they generally don't bother me when I'm in my room.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Some things that happened during the week. Well, just thoughts that I've had. Did you hear that Lord had released a new album or a new song at least?
No, I have not.
Ah. Have you listened to much of her stuff?
I'm sorry, who again?
Lord.
No, I have not.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Lorde.
I think I've heard the name, but
Yeah.
I haven't heard his stuff, and I don't think you've bought him up either.
New Zealand
Right,
singer, actually. Yeah.
Yes, gotta love a good Kiwi
Yeah. Yeah. No. It was the first, according to the ad that I got on Spotify, first in something like 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. That is cool. Also, just before we started recording, my mum showed me something saying, wait, sorry, have you seen Good Omens, the show?
Yes, I love that show. It's so good. David Tennant?
Yeah. And I
fucking
think
funny. Fucking
Michael
funny.
Sheen, I think. Yeah. Originally written by Terry Pratchett. Well, my mum was showing me, and you'll be happy to hear this. It's being renewed for a second season.
Yes. Yes. Oh, speaking of new seasons, I think we brought this up last time too, but The Boys.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Me too.
I like the first two.
Hype as shit.
I
You still need to see Invincible.
Yeah, I think I sort of binged them somewhat. I think I finished it in a few days.
Oh, I binged the shit out of the first season.
I mean, The Boys, I finished both seasons in a few days, maybe a week or two.
Ah, lucky you.
Yeah.
I watched the second season as the episodes were coming out.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm half considering just doing a binge again of just watching both of them.
Fair enough. I mean, a show that I need to rewatch because I mean I've rewatched it twice. I watched it once in 2019. I watched it again last year, introducing it to my younger brother, who also really enjoyed it. Not Spotify, Firefly. Firefly.
Still need to watch that. My mom likes that show.
It's so good.
I like Nathan Fillion. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like it, most likely.
Oh yeah, it's Western in space.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like Isn't he like a DC villain or something? The only reason I know of Firefly is because I've played Batman Arkham series, and in Origins, Firefly was one of the 5 key villains.
I think it's a different Firefly because the ship is a Firefly class ship called.
I didn't know. I thought they were related. Huh.
Nah, not at all.
Now I have to watch it. I'm very curious.
Yeah, it's such a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reminded because of Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Castle. I know you're not too big on it.
My dad is.
I've seen a couple of episodes. I like what I've seen.
Yeah. My dad is a fan of it.
Oh, yeah. And what else is it? I don't know. Do you know of the actor Hugh Laurie?
Yes. Isn't he one of the ones in The Boys?
No, he is not. I don't blame you for thinking that, because I don't blame you if you're thinking that, because one of the characters is named Huey.
Yeah, of course.
But
yeah, I have heard of Hugh Laurie though.
Have you seen Monsters vs. Aliens?
I have, yes.
He was the cockroach doctor.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Who else has he played then?
House. I've seen a couple of episodes of that. I love the show. I need to get serious about that.
Not seen that.
Chance, also not as good, but still great show. I'd recommend that. Those are the big 2 I know of. Recently, he's done Roadkill. That's a 4-part series. I think it's 4 episodes. We could watch that together. It's relatively short.
That guy, he was in Blackadder.
Ah, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Of course, him. At least I think he was.
Yeah.
Blackadder.
Yeah, he's a great actor, actually. Very talented. I like his stuff.
Yeah. You probably like Blackadder, actually.
Never heard of it. What's Blackadder?
It's a comedy show with Rowan Atkinson, Hugh Laurie, sometimes Stephen Fry.
Oh, my parents might have been watching that. That might have been what it is. Yeah.
What's his name? Who is it who plays Baldrick? Tony Robinson, of course.
Okay. A lot of
Tim
big names there.
Yeah. Rick Mayall, Brian Blessed, Miranda Richardson. Yeah.
Speaking of Rick, you've seen Rick and Morty at all?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I bring that up because apparently new seasons coming out.
Yeah.
Episodes have released.
I've heard about that.
I haven't seen them yet. I'm a little afraid to be honest. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Only because I loved Solar Opposites so much. That was a great show.
It's also got Chris Barry, Blackadder.
Ah.
Yeah. In one episode.
Nice.
Yeah. In season 3. Yeah. Of course, playing Rimmer on Red Dwarf is his best role, probably.
I also need to binge Red Dwarf at some point.
Yes.
But maybe not binge because honestly, that's a very good way to. The problem is if you binge a comedy, I find it's easy to pick at the formula.
Yeah.
So it's better to watch comedies in shorter bursts.
Yeah, I can say that.
But no, Red Dwarf is funny. I like it.
It is.
I need to watch more of it than I have. I don't remember if I brought this up last episode. I don't think I. A show called The Americans.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I don't think you'd remember if I brought it up, but
sorry, my mum wants me for something, so I'll be back shortly.
Yeah, I'll just cut this section out.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Thanks. Yeah. Sorry about that, though. My mum wanted something, as I said.
Yeah, no problem. We're probably gonna cut that silence out.
Easy, yeah.
Yeah. Although that means I'll have to probably edit the video first and then edit the audio.
Yeah.
It'll be a little strange, but I could work around that.
Yeah.
Especially since we were talking about this off screen too. We talk about a lot of things off screen.
True.
I'm gonna buy Vegas relatively soon.
Yeah.
Never touched it in my life.
Oh yeah.
Getting it because it's cheap.
Fair enough.
And I've heard good things about it anyway. So
yeah, I've not heard anything about it. I've only really heard about Adobe.
Oh yeah, actually, the thing is, I only know Adobe through Photoshop. Not a. Might have heard something about video editing, but no. When I hear about video editing, everybody talks about Premiere.
Yeah, I think that might be Adobe.
Is it? I don't know.
Let's look it up. Yeah, Adobe Premiere Pro.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes a bit more sense now.
And then there's also After Effects.
That's interesting because I always thought that was just, I don't know how you'd put it, like just exclusively an effects program, kind of like Photoshop, but not.
I mean,
I didn't know what it was.
After Effects is, but you can also edit with it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Would it be worthwhile editing with that maybe?
No, probably not.
Okay, fair enough.
It's expensive and subscription based, and After Effects is.
I hate subscription so much.
After Effects is also not really an editing software. It's an effect. It's more for effect.
That's another thing about Vegas too. It's not subscription based, which I'm very tempted by.
That's good. Yeah.
Thank God. I hate subscriptions.
I mean, I can understand subscription.
I can, depending on what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, depending on what it is. Oh,
I mean,
do you want to hear something about a scandal?
Yeah.
To be fair, this is a couple of years old now.
Yeah.
But okay. There's this program, VST manufacturer called JST, created by a guy in, what's his name, Joey Sturgis. But I primarily know about them through the Howard Benson Vocals plugin, which is phenomenal. I'd recommend it to high heaven. But yeah, so they released a guitar amp sim called the Misha Monsieur Tone Forge. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put my thoughts on that yet because I don't feel comfortable talking about things I have no experience with.
Fair enough.
But the point is, content creator, Steve Metal Ray or something? Steve Metal Ray, I think.
Yeah.
But point is, he didn't like it, posted a YouTube review on that, and they went at him hard for that. They copyright striked him, unjustifiably too, illegally.
Yeah.
Took down his video.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's how the story ends, pretty much. I mean, apparently they're back, they're on decent terms now, but fuck.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
YouTube's copyright system, from what I've heard, is somewhat broken.
Oh, it's demented. It's a bit of a joke, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like bigger, I guess, Universal Music Group are the biggest offenders for that because they'll just copyright strike anybody who even thinks about uploading a cover or using their music in the background. I mean, to be fair, that one's a bit justified. Yeah, but still covers.
Yeah. Revenue share. Revenue share would probably be more justified than a copyright strike.
I mean, yeah, but they don't even do that. They just take all of your money for having your content up, especially for cover artists. That's just bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just crap. I don't like YouTube for that.
No.
I think there are ways to get around that, but
probably.
There's a reason I've stopped doing covers. I hate that so much. That and generally, I just don't like doing covers anyway. They're not that fun, in my opinion.
I mean, depends. I've really only ever played covers, so.
Nah, I like originals. Originals are where it's at.
Yeah.
It's easier for me to put my soul into them, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, reason I brought up JST, aside from that little bit of trivia, was they have a subscription service.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard something about needing to be subscribed to access certain plugins.
Huh.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I just thought that idea was interesting enough to bring up.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about that?
I mean,
it's a little dodgy.
Yeah. I think probably the best time for subscription services could be in something like a car. Something I've heard.
Yeah, renting cars, yeah.
I was meaning even just say paying for heated seats only in the winter.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that makes sense, actually. That's not that's genius, actually.
I think that's what Tesla does.
Yeah. I don't drive. I don't know. Or at least I don't drive yet. I don't know anything about cars. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know they did that. Heated seats.
Yeah. I mean, definitely more useful in winter, or for someone like me who's almost always cold.
When it comes to plugins, I think that's a little bullshit.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to pay not only for a subscription, you're going to pay for the plugin as well. And then.
Yeah.
That is bullshit. That is straight bullshit. With elements and vocals, you don't have to be subscribed, thankfully. And I still love the plugin, even though I'm not necessarily fond of the company, or at least from what I've heard. I still like the plugin, and I support them in future endeavors. But that practice, though, is just.
It is, definitely.
It seems they've learned their lesson.
That's good.
At least when it comes to feedback, anyway.
Good.
I think you're allowed to talk shit about them now.
That's good.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the thing with NVIDIA?
No, I have not.
Recently?
Please enlighten
me. So as I'd say, almost everyone who hasn't been living under a 30-meter thick rock, I don't know, has heard about NVIDIA is really proud of their ray tracing.
Yes, of course.
The ray tracing in the graphics cards, and fair enough. They had a 2-year head start on AMD. Yep, fair enough. You want to do that. Anyway, midway through last year, they threatened, in fact, I think they said they were not going to send any more graphics cards to this one specific reviewer who had said that they didn't think that ray tracing was worth it, basically. Even though they had said that they had said many other things positively about NVIDIA and their graphics cards. Yeah.
No, I do not approve of that.
Yeah.
That's pretty crappy.
Yeah.
I understand to some extent about, you're advertising your newest feature to something.
Yeah.
And, it's just one of your sponsored creators that isn't, I don't want to say talking shit, but isn't talking, delightfully.
No, it wasn't even that so much.
So what, he's just not interested?
No, he was he was just saying some things negatively about
What do
that
you mean by
something
negative? Like he
that
just doesn't.
he just didn't think that ray tracing was necessary.
I mean, it's not necessary, of course. I mean, to be fair, that's also why lower end cards
And
exist.
yeah, I agree. It is also unnecessary.
It's unnecessary, but again, at
Yeah.
least the option's there. Why not?
Yeah.
That's why
Um.
PC Master is.
Yeah. I think it was brought up in the WAN show actually.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it is unnecessary, especially depending on the application. I think some games look great with it, some look terrible.
Yeah. That's it.
And even then, there's the option to turn it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't get the big deal.
Hmm.
Why bitch about something that's optional? Fuck it.
Yeah. Okay. I have got.
But at that same token,
I have got.
cutting ties with somebody just because they don't like it, that's.
I think I've got the where it is.
Yeah.
I think I've got the link. Send, as in to send with you. I'm just looking up the WAN show right now.
Yeah, I'll look at that later.
Yep. Yeah, it's from December 11 last year.
Oh yeah.
Since then, I think Nvidia has gone back on that decision. Hopefully, they have. But yeah,
If they were smart, they would.
yeah, it doesn't only hurt them. Sorry, it doesn't hurt the content creator as much as the company in many ways. Because yeah, while they do send it out for free, the content creator is the one who's actually advertising it.
Although that does make me question their, you know, partnership as it is anyway.
Yeah.
Because if they're willing to pull out that quickly, I wonder how valuable it was.
I don't know. I mean, it was all. The weird thing is that it was the same conclusion that everyone else in the industry had come to.
What, that is just unnecessary?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, it is, again, but, we've already expressed our thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's optional, why not? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it can look very good, but
I think it's, what, a good example, Bloom. It's good in the right circumstance.
And at the right level.
Yes. God, yes.
If it's too over the top, then it doesn't matter. It
just destroys
bad.
It just destroys the image with its saturation.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the effects in the GTA Chaos mod, which I have watched some streams with it. It's fun to be in the chat of a Chaos stream. Yeah, I'll send you the link next time. Next time it's live, if you like.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Again, Dark Viper AU.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like his content basically. Yeah. There was something else I was going to ask you about.
Sure.
Actually, yeah, the Lord of the Rings TV series with Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, you brought that up.
Yeah.
I have no thoughts whatsoever, especially since I'm not done yet with
Fair enough.
Could be fun.
My thoughts, they couldn't do worse than The Hobbit. Or it'd be hard for them to.
I didn't mind the first Hobbit, to be honest. It was fun enough. The other two, though, especially the third one.
Yes. The Battle of the Five Armies went for at most 2 pages in The Hobbit out of 300. To stretch it out to a third of the trilogy, and you get a problem.
The whole movie was a problem.
Yes.
At least I watched it in 48 frames.
I think they could have done it in 2 movies maximum.
For a second, I thought you meant they could have done it in 1 frame.
I mean, it looked really good,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it
sure.
just feeds into the argument, which is not necessarily true, that sets and actors are better than CGI, which is not necessarily true. Just like how
CGI is just a tool. It's a tool to help with storytelling. That's it. It's gotten better.
Just like with auto-tune, which I know you have feelings on. I mean,
oh yeah, that's something. Do you want to talk about that? That'd be interesting.
It's got its place.
Yeah.
It's got its uses. I mean, are you expecting someone to dress up as a dragon?
I'd love to see Benedict Cumberbatch dressed as a dragon on set. That'd be funny.
That would, yeah.
Actually, okay, now you've got me thinking about it. Going back to the auto-tune argument.
Yeah.
Okay, on a Discord call, how long ago was that now?
Not sure.
With Sophia?
Oh, probably 2 weeks, I'd say.
Really? Nah, it's been longer.
Let's see. I'll find the chat.
Anyway, ways back.
17th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 2 weeks.
What is 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Holy shit! A lot's happened in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Christ. Yeah, but anyway, us three. We were all in a Discord call, right?
Yeah.
I get how this topic got brought up.
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking about autotune and sound production in the music industry and how we brought up we brought this up a little bit earlier in the podcast today, but just how sterile a lot of it's gotten. With this, it was specifically talking about vocal production and the vocal aspects and the nuances and how autotune and pitch correction are used.
Yeah, Sophia is also a vocalist.
Yeah, and how there's a lot of misconception with the general public about it, and how it just kind of hurts everything. Because here's the
good auto-tune isn't noticed.
And here's the thing: even when it's used,
or it's noticed in the right setting.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's allowed to be noticed, especially if it's part of your part of your style. T-Pain, everybody knows about him.
Yeah, I think Daft Punk doesn't he?
Daft Punk, yeah, another great example. I don't like their stuff, but that's just my taste. I don't like the artificialness of it. It's just not my cup of tea. We both like the performers as they are.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I also really like, this is oddly specific, right? But I like heavily produced, but not auto-tuned, vocals.
Mm.
I like when vocals sound heavily compressed, EQ'd.
Yeah.
Have a bunch of reverb effects, maybe.
Yeah.
What do you call them? Like pitch shifters. A lot of effects. I love those kinds of things. And here's the thing. I don't even hate it when there's autotune necessarily.
Yeah.
It's just, as long as it's not too noticeable, it's fine.
Well, as long as it's not overused.
And then there's people who are like, man, everything's auto-tuned, Blair,
Yeah.
Which to some extent is true. But they also confuse it with general sound production, which is just not fair. That is so bullshit.
Yeah. It's also like Photoshop.
Exactly.
Photoshop, they're all tools. While they can be used well and poorly, if they're used, it doesn't necessarily make something bad.
That Photoshop example is brilliant. Yeah.
It's used.
Yeah, that's identical circumstance. Like, it can be used done well.
Yeah.
It also just die and fall apart immediately. It's just,
it could. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. I mean, nothing is ever black and white.
Never, especially with music and when it comes to personal taste.
Except for computers.
computers are just code. That's not even.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
It just binary is on and off.
On that note, sorry, you go first.
That's the joke.
Oh yeah. On that note, we should probably wrap up. I have no idea how long it's been, but it's probably been long enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah, we should probably wrap up.
Started at 20 to 7.
Jesus.
It's now 20 past 8.
God. Okay. Yeah, we better get going.
Yeah.
This has been Dylan and Ollie.
Yeah.
This has been Stories with G minor. Stories in G minor podcast.
Yeah.
Signing off. Thank you for watching.
For today, yeah. Signing off for today. Thank you for watching and or listening.
Peace out.
See ya.